Episode 2 begins right where it left off, with Fushiguro preparing to exorcise Yuji, who has been possessed by Sukuna after consuming one of Sukuna's fingers. According to the sorcery law, Yuji Itadori, as a cursed spirit, you will be exorcised. Yuji raises his hands in the air and says, "Wait, there's nothing wrong with me. More importantly, both of us are pretty beat up. Let's go to the hospital." The Sukuna inside Yuji has fallen asleep and Yuji has regained control. But Fushiguro is confused, unsure whether the person standing before him is really Yuji or Sukuna, whose finger Yuji just swallowed. I can't tell whether Itadori or the cursed spirit is talking now. Darn, what should I do? Just then, a voice calls out from behind Fushiguro. He quickly turns around, and the camera shifts to show Gojo standing there, calm and composed. Then he asks, "What's going on?" "What? Mr. Gojo, why are you here?" "Hey there." Then, while talking, Gojo casually pulls out his phone and starts taking pictures of Fushiguro in the middle of the intense situation, leaving Fushiguro completely confused. "I wasn't planning on coming." "Oh my, you're all roughed up. I'm going to show it to the second year students. Look over here." Then the camera shifts to Yuji, who's quietly watching everything unfold. Then the camera shows all three of them, with Gojo holding a bag in his hand, maybe hinting that he's just come from shopping, adding a touch of humor to the intense moment. The higher-ups wouldn't stop nagging about the loss of a special grade curse. "I just popped by real quick after some sightseeing. So did you find it?" Between Fushiguro and Gojo, Yuji raises his hand and says, "Excuse me." "What?" "Sorry, but I ate it." From behind, dogs are barking loudly. "Are you serious?" "Yes. Yes." "What? What?" "I see." Gojo moves towards Yuji, closing the distance between them. He stops right in front of him, his gaze fixed on Yuji. With a playful grin, he leans in slightly and says, "Laugh. Really, it's combined with you. That's hilarious. Is there anything wrong with your body?" "Not really. Can you switch with Sukuna?" "Sukuna? The cursed spirit you ate." "Well, I guess so." After Gojo asks Yuji, he stretches his body, a confident grin spreading across his face. His posture shifts, energy rising as he readies himself, fully prepared for the fight ahead. "All right, give us 10 seconds. Come back to us after 10 seconds. But don't worry, I'm invincible. Megumi." Gojo throws his bag towards Megumi. "Hold on to this." "What's this?" "It's Kikufuku from Kikusuyan. It's a Sendai delicacy. I especially recommend. The bean whipped cream. I can't believe he went shopping for souvenirs at a time when lives are at stake. It's not a souvenir. I'm going to eat it on the way back home while I'm on the bullet train." Gojo is casually speaking when suddenly a blast of wine strikes from behind. Fushiguro shouts, "Behind you!" The attack comes with full force, but Gojo dodges effortlessly and leaps onto Sukuna's back, sitting there with a confident smile. Kikufuku is different from other souvenirs. "What?" "Besides the whipped cream, inside is exquisite." Gojo casually says that Sukuna is about to strike, but before he can react, Gojo throws him aside effortlessly. Then, Sukuna charges at Gojo, attacking him repeatedly. But Gojo dodges each blow with ease, showing no effort, and then looks at Sukuna, saying, "My student is here, so let me show off a little." Then, without a moment's hesitation, Gojo grabs Sukuna, spins him around, and throws him into the air. He's very fast. Wait. And then, Gojo lands a powerful punch, sending Sukuna, who is still inside Yuji's body, crashing into the wall, hitting it with a thud. For God's sake, no matter which era, Jujutsu sorcerers are a pain in the ass. Without stopping, Sukuna charges back toward Gojo, landing a heavy strike. The impact is so powerful that it causes the building behind them to crumble. Gojo stands there, unshaken, and with a confident smirk, he says, but that doesn't mean much to me. Then, a cloud of dust clears, and Gojo stands there, unfazed, with a calm smile on his face. He casually starts counting in rivers, as if this were all just a game. 7, 8, 9. It's almost done. Suddenly, something happens to Sukuna inside Yuji, and Yuji begins to emerge. As Sukuna starts to fade, he falls into a deep slumber once again. Darn it, I can't poses him again. Who the heck is this Itadori kid? Are you okay? I can't believe it. You can really control it. But it's so annoying. I can hear his voice. And it's a miracle he's only doing that. Then, Gojo lightly taps Yuji on the forehead with his finger. Yuji, confused, doesn't understand what just happened or why Gojo did it. Then Yuji falls unconscious, collapsing to the ground. The camera shifts to Fushiguro, who looks at Yuji with concern and says what just happened. What did you do? I put him to sleep. If he isn't possessed by Sukuna, when he wakes up, then he could be a vessel. Alright, here's a question. What should we do with him? Even if he's a vessel. According to the sorcery law, Itadori is subjected to death. But I don't want him to die. Are those your personal feelings? It is personal. Please do something about this. Then Gojo lifts Yuji onto his shoulder. Since my precious student is asking, leave it to me. As soon as this happens, the camera glitches, shifting from past to present. In the present, Gojo is seen asking Yuji, how did you end up here? So let me repeat myself. You're going to be executed. The memories and current events don't match. Don't get me wrong, I tried my best. It's the same death sentence. But I got your sentence suspended. Suspended? I guess it means I won't be executed immediately. Yes, I'll explain it from the beginning. Gojo reaches into his pocket, rummaging through it until he pulls something out. This is the same as the cursed object you ate. There are 20 of them in total, and 6 of them are in our hands. 20? So that includes his hands and legs? No, Sukuna has 4 hands. Gojo tosses Sukuna's finger into the air, and with a sudden blast, it embeds itself into the wall. However, the finger remains completely unharmed. Then, the finger slowly pulls itself out of the wall. As you can see, it can't be destroyed. That's how powerful this curse is. The curse is getting stronger every day. The existing Jujutsu sorcerers and their seals can't keep up. Then Gojo points his finger towards Yuji and says, that's where you come in. What? As long as you die, the curse inside you will die too. Our elders are very timid, and they are demanding that they want you killed now. But won't that be a waste? A waste? We may not find another vessel that can withstand Sukuna's curse. So I gave them a suggestion. Since you have to die, why don't we let you absorb all of Sukuna first? The higher-ups agreed. You have 2 choices now. Either you die now, or die after finding and absorbing all of Sukuna's parts. The camera then shows Sugisawa Hospital in the frame. Yuji knocks on the door, and Shasuke says, Itadori, how's Iguchi doing? The doctor said he's fine, but he hasn't regained consciousness yet. Iguchi lies on the bed, injured, with bandages wrapped around him. Shasuke, crying and cursing herself, says, it's my fault. It's all because I asked him to go to the school at night. You probably won't believe me, but there were strange monsters attacking us. I got caught too. I believe you. They were not monsters, but cursed spirits. What? After hearing Yuji's words, Shasuke looks up and gazes at him. That finger is called a special grade cursed relic. It's capable of attracting other cursed spirits and making them stronger. So the both of you did nothing wrong. It's my fault since I picked it up. I'm sorry, but it will be fine. The person who can cure Iguchi will be here tomorrow. Itadori. I'm sorry, Shasuke. I need to go somewhere else. Then, Yuji says goodbye to Shasuke and begins to walk away. Then, the camera shifts to another location and Gojo says, who passed away? My grandpa. But he's like a father to me. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. We came at a bad time. So have you made your decision? Is it common to have casualties from curses? This is a very special case. But it's not rare to see curses bring damage. It's lucky for someone to die a normal death after encountering a curse. Then, eyes appear on the screen, followed by a shot of a dead body in a horrific state. It's also lucky to find bodies that have been torn apart. You will witness terrible scenes while searching for Sukuna. I can't guarantee you won't end up that way yourself, either. Well, pick your poison. Then, Yuji recalls everyone he knows. Fushiguro, Iguchi, Shasuke, and the ashes of his grandfather. You're strong enough to save others. Then the camera shifts, showing Gojo standing to the side, while Yuji is seen near his grandfather's ashes. When all parts of Sukuna have disappeared, will there be fewer people suffering from curses? Of course. And then, Yuji fills the box with the ashes and closes it tightly. Do you still have that finger? Now that I look at it, it's actually disgusting. Then, Yuji takes Sukuna's finger from Gojo and with his mouth open, swallows it. This is the second one, so 1/10. What will happen? The moment Yuji swallows Sukuna's finger, a dark energy ripples through the air. Sukuna awakens, head lowered, a sinister laugh escaping his lips. But in an instant, Yuji clenches control, lifts his head with a calm grin, and says with a quiet confidence, "It tastes so awful that it's funny. I'm sure now, it's not just physical endurance. He can even maintain his consciousness when facing Sukuna. He's a once-in-a-millennium genius." What's wrong? Oh, nothing. Can I assume that you're ready for this? Not at all. I'm still thinking about why I'm going to be executed. But I just can't ignore the curses. That last request is so troublesome. I'll eat every part of Sukuna. I don't care what happens after. I'm destined to die, right? Good. I don't dislike people like you. Looks like a fun hell is waiting for you. Pack up your stuff today. Where are we going? As Gojo presses the button to open the door, it slides open, revealing Fushiguro standing outside. He's badly injured, with bandages wrapped around him. Tokyo. Fushiguro, you look great. You think so after seeing this? You'll be transferring to the Jujutsu sorcerer school I attend. What? The camera shifts, capturing the scene from a new angle. The atmosphere of the Tokyo Prefectural Jujutsu High School. Just then, Gojo interrupts and speaks in the middle of the moment. By the way, you're the third first-year student. There are very few students. The camera shifts from inside the building to the outside, where Yuji is seen praying quietly. I'm leaving, Grandpa. Itadori family grave. It's deep in the mountains. Is this really Tokyo? Even the outskirts of Tokyo look like this. Where's Fushiguro? He just got his wounds treated by a Jujutsu sorcerer. So he's in deep sleep now. Tokyo Prefectural Jujutsu High School. It's one of the 2 sorcery educational institutions in Japan. On the surface, it's known as a private religious school. Many Jujutsu sorcerers use this place as a base after graduation. It's not just about education, but mediation and support in missions too. It's a cornerstone in the world of sorcery. Anyway, you'll be having an interview with the principal later. The principal? Your admission will be denied if you screw up, so do your best. What? If so, will I be executed immediately? Sukuna emerges from Yuji's cheek, his mouth stretching outward, and says, and Gojo turns around to look behind him. What? Aren't you the chief? Any hierarchy other than strength is boring. Yuji slaps himself to shut Sukuna's mouth. Sorry, Mr. Gojo. He appears sometimes. Your body has gotten interesting. Yuji and Gojo are talking when suddenly, Sukuna forms a mouth on Yuji's hand and says, I still owe you a favor. Hey, not again. Once I take over this kid's body, I'll kill you first. It's an honor to be targeted by Sukuna. Yuji clenches his own hand tightly and says, Is he famous? Ryomen Sukuna. He's a fictional supernatural being with 4 hands and 2 faces. But he's a real human being that existed. It's just that it was over 1,000 years ago, when sorcery once flourished. Jujutsu sorcerers gathered to challenge him, but they failed miserably. He's known as Ryuman Sukuna, and we couldn't even destroy his grave wax. That was handed down after his death as cursed objects. Without a doubt, he's the king of curses. Who's stronger, him or you? Well, if Sukuna gains back all his power, it's a bit hard to deal with him. Will you lose? I'll win. Then, as they walk inside the house, the camera shifts to show candles burning. Yuji and Gojo appear, and in the background, the door closes on its own. You're late, Satoru. What? You're 8 minutes late. A man sits quietly, crafting dolls with airy precision. Yuji watches from the doorway, his eyes widening in shock as the unsettling scene unfolds before him. The atmosphere grows tense, each movement of the man's hands adding to the eerie silence. Not enough to chastise you for, but I remember telling you to fix your tardiness. There's an old man making cute dolls. If it's not enough to chastise me for, then please don't do so. You're just making dolls anyway. Can't you wait for 8 minutes? He's the principal, Mr. Masamichi Yaga. Is that him? My name is Yuji Itadori. I'm into girls like Jennifer Lawrence. Pleased to meet you. Why are you here? For the interview. I'm asking why you're in Jujutsu High School. To learn about curses? I mean after that. After learning about curses and having the power to exercise them, what are you going to do? What? You ask. I want to take back Sukuna's fingers. It would be dangerous to just leave them. Why? Crimes, accidents, and diseases. It's natural to hear people you don't know die every day. It's beginning. So if it's curse-related, you find the need to intervene? It's someone's last request. Who cares about the details? I just want to save people. Last request? So you're going to fight curses just because people told you to? You fail. Masamichi Yaga stands still, his presence commanding the room. He raises his hand, making a subtle gesture, and suddenly, the doll comes to life, its eyes flickering with a sinister glow. That's not a doll, it's a cursed corpse. They are dolls, with my curse in them. At Masamichi's command, the doll lunges at Yuji, attacking with a swift strike. Yuji quickly raises his bag to block, attempting to deflect the punch. However, the force is so powerful that even with the bag in between, the punch lands with full impact. Yuji is sent flying, crashing into a pillar with a loud thud. What a heavy punch. Is that really a doll? The doll stands up, striking a provocative pose, taunting Yuji with an airy smirk, clearly enjoying the chaos it just caused. Human nature surfaces during desperate situations. I'll keep attacking you until I hear the answers I want. In the first place, it wasn't just anyone's last request. It came from my family member. Dan, where is it? Oh, God. Yuji lies there, hearing the doll's taunting laughter. He slowly gets up, determined, and as he stands, the doll leaps towards him, moving swiftly from side to side, preparing for another attack. Yuji screams as he charges toward the doll, landing a powerful punch. The doll is sent flying, crashing into the wall beside Masamichi, but it quickly recovers, rushing back toward Yuji with renewed aggression. It lands a devastating punch, sending him bouncing back. The doll leaps from a nearby pillar, launching itself straight at Yuji, striking him with full force. Yuji stumbles, losing his balance, and crashes to the ground. The doll starts laughing, dancing mockingly as it taunts Yuji. Lying on the ground, Yuji looks up and says, "Even family members are considered as someone else. Right? It's a doll. It doesn't get hurt or scared." Then Masamichi Yaga says, "A Jujutsu sorcerer is always dealing with death, not just your own death. There are times where you have to tear apart the flesh of a curse while the dead are barely out of your field of vision. It's an unpleasant job. It requires some insanity and high motivation. And you're doing it Because someone else told you to? What a joke. I could have understood if you told me you wanted to delay your death sentence. Are you kidding me? Let me ask you. If you're killed by a curse, are you going to blame it on your grandpa? Your words are so harsh. Education is about poking where it hurts. I don't think. Just then, the doll delivers a powerful uppercut to Yuji, hitting him straight on the jaw from below. I can't tell what you're thinking of when you're on the brink of death. But I'm sure of this. If this continues, you might end up cursing your beloved grandpa later. No Jujutsu sorcerer can die without remorse. Let me ask you again, why do you come to Jujutsu High School? Ever since I was a kid, I've been good at sports and fighting. But I never felt like I was the only one who could do that. Then, with fierce determination in his eyes, Yuji leaps forward and grabs the doll midair, his grip strong and unshaken. The camera closes in on his face, filled with unwavering confidence, as the energy around him begins to rise. I'm the only one who can consume Sukuna, even if I can avoid my death sentence. If I run away from my duty, I'll eat, take a bath, and read comics. But when I space out, I'll get depressed thinking that someone's dead now because of Sukuna. Am I supposed to convince myself that it doesn't concern me and that it's not my fault? I'm not doing that. I don't know what will happen when I die, but I don't want to regret the way I lived. Satoru, take him to the dorm. Also, explain the various security measures to him. What? You've passed. Welcome to Jujutsu High School. The moment Yuji's grip loosens, the doll slips from his hands. In an instant, it strikes him with a powerful punch, sending him flying backward and crashing to the ground with a thud. I'm sorry, I forgot to dispel it. Then, the camera shifts, revealing a different location. A house standing eerily still in the distance. Wow, it's so spacious. The second and third year students are out now. Hello, is anyone here? But I'm sure we'll see each other. There are not many people anyway. But you don't have to fight. You know, Fushiguro and I will find the fingers of Sukuna. You just need to wait here. No, I promised, so I'll do it. But it will be funny if I lace around. Good work. While waiting for Fushiguro to give me the fingers while he's beaten up. You're right. But, well, there's no way you're not getting into fights. Hey, were you testing me? If it was that easy, we would have found them all by now. Some have strong auras, some are quiet, and some are possessed by spirits. It's going to be a real pain in the ass to find them. But we have you now. The Sukuna in you will tell us where there are sins he wants to regain his powers. You're both a vessel and a detector, and that makes you a radar. So it's not going to work if you're not in the field with us. Do you think he's such a nice guy? The camera shifts again, showing both Gojo and Yuji stepping out of the room, opening the door. Fushiguro also appears, stepping out and opening the door to join them. I think it's possible to build a win-win relationship with him. You're next door. Fushiguro, you definitely look much better this time. There are plenty of empty rooms. Isn't it better when the place is more lively? I think it's good. Just classes and missions are sufficient. What a pain. While Gojo and Fushiguro are talking, Yuji sneaks a peek into the room from behind and says, "Oh, wow, your room looks really tidy. Like I said, you're a bother." Just then, Fushiguro, showing a slightly unfriendly attitude, forcefully slides the door shut and locks it. The door almost catches Yuji's neck in the process. Gojo, noticing this, says something, and both Fushiguro and Yuji listen intently. Oh God, but isn't this fine? Anyway, we're going out tomorrow. We'll be meeting the third first-year student. The camera changes to reveal Morioka Station with its bustling atmosphere and the sounds of passing trains. The train to Tokyo has arrived. Please stand behind the yellow line. Someone stretches his arms while sitting on the seat, letting out a relaxed sigh, and says, "It took 4 hours just to reach Morioka. It's finally time to say goodbye to the boonies." Then the train starts moving from the station, and inside, a girl is calmly eating her meal by the window. "I'll reach Tokyo this afternoon. What if I get discovered by a talent scout? By Stardust promotion? Maybe. The camera slowly moves toward her face, and it's revealed she is none other than Yuko Nobara Kugiski. And with that final reveal, episode 2 for myself comes to an end.